Hello everyone. Till now we have studied that when two solid objects rub against each other, it causes force of friction. So quickly we will see what is fluid friction. Now we have come to fluid. So the first thing which comes in our mind when we see the word fluid is liquid. But in science, the liquids and gases together collectively they are known as fluid. So does fluid also cause any friction? Yes. That is called fluid friction. Friction means the force which resists motion. So liquids and gases exert force of friction when the object moves through them. Liquids and gases also exert force of friction when the objects move through them. Let's take an example. Like if I take a leaf, suppose this is a leaf, and a fruit, any lemon or apple, anything. I take them to a same height and at the same time I will drop the leaf and the fruit from the same height at the same time. What do you think? Which will reach to the ground first? Definitely the fruit will reach. The apple or the lemon will reach to the ground fast, and leaf will reach to the ground very slowly. Why? What is the reason behind it? Because the leaf will experience more air resistance and the fruit will experience less force of friction. Fluid friction will be experienced less by the fruit as compared to the leaf. So we can say that the fluid friction depends on speed with respect to the fluid. Next, just see the shape of the leaf and the fruit. So we can say that it depends on the shape also. Later on we will also discuss about streamlined shape. Later on we will discuss. So now just remember that when we are dropping the leaf and the fruit on the same height and at the same time, then the fruit will reach to the ground faster as compared to the leaf because of the shape of the leaf plus because of the force of friction, air resistance experienced by both the objects. Because this leaf will experience more air resistance, more fluid friction, so it will reach, which will slow down the movement of the leaf to reach the ground. And because the fruit will experience less air resistance, less fluid friction, so it will reach to the ground before the leaf. So we can say that fluid friction depends on speed and shape. Now the fluid friction, now take another example. The water moves very smoothly in a hose pipe as compared to grease, because the viscosity of grease is very high than water. The grease is more denser than water. So we can say that fluid friction depends on nature of the fluid. So on these three factors fluid friction depends. Now now it's time to speak about what is streamline. So can we minimize the fluid friction? Now the question arises, can we minimize? Can we reduce the fluid friction? Yes, we can reduce the fluid friction by giving the object a streamlined shape. What is a streamlined shape? This is a new word for you. Streamlined. Streamlined shape. The shape of an object is designed in such a way that the two ends will be narrow and the middle will be broad. Means it will be somewhat like this. Somewhat like this. Means they have two ends. Two ends are narrow and at the middle it's a broad. Middle will be broad and two ends will be narrow. This shape is called a streamlined shape. So can you give me any example in nature? Yes, the birds and the fish, they have a streamlined body. Means they have narrow at the two ends and the middle part is a broad one. So seeing this nature, seeing the organism existing in the nature, we have designed ships and aeroplanes. And when an object has streamlined shape, it will experience the least air resistance or water resistance. They will experience least fluid friction. So you might have seen the birds and the fish flying and swimming very easily in air and in water. Similarly, the aeroplanes also and the ship also, they can very easily fly and float on the water. So I hope this fluid friction is clear to you. With this topic, I conclude the lesson. Thank you.